time for my first Power 10 rankings of the year. Week 8 was packed with the end of 2021's drama and the start of 2022's chaos all in one, which caused a new number 1 team in my Power 10 rankings, Louisville. So far, the Cards have taken down 4 ranked opponents, Michigan, Kentucky, UConn, and Georgia Tech. Its only loss this season comes from Arizona, which is now considered the number 4 team in the nation in the AP poll. Louisville is the number 4 defense in the nation, holding its opponents to 48.3 points per game. That's helped Louisville go on a 12-game winning streak and start the Cards off 2-0 in ACC play. Louisville takes the throne after South Carolina was forced to drop down to number 2 after suffering its first loss of the season against Missouri in overtime, 70-69. The loss snapped South Carolina's 46-game winning streak against unranked opponents, which was the longest active streak in D1 women's basketball. South Carolina defeated Mississippi State to bounce back in Week 8 and are currently 1-1 in SEC play. I still believe the Gamecocks are the number 1 team in the nation, but Louisville's hot streak with impressive ranked wins has to be rewarded. Stanford remains at number 3 after cruising past Washington State to start conference play, and Indiana stays at number 4 in dominant fashion. The Hoosiers won their first game ever over Maryland, 70-63, in an overtime top 10 battle. Indiana held the top 7 offense in the nation to 63 points with its number 3 defense in the Big Ten. In fact, the Hoosiers held the Terps scoreless in the extra quarter. Indiana's Allie Patberg led the way with 18 points in the victory over Maryland. NC State remains at number 5. The Wolfpack defeated Clemson to advance to 3-0 in ACC play. Its next tough task will be against North Carolina in an in-state rivalry game on January 6th. Last season, the Tar Heels upset NC State to split the series. This season, North Carolina is one of 3 unbeaten teams in the nation so far. UConn stays at number 6, and Arizona jumps up 2 spots to number 7 after Maryland's loss. We'll get to that shortly. The Huskies and Wildcats have not seen action since before the holiday break due to game cancellations and postponements. Both will resume action on January 7th when they face conference foes. Michigan moves up 1 spot to number 8. The Wolverines continue to blaze with a huge win over rival Ohio State 90-71 in a top 25 battle. Michigan did a phenomenal job holding the top 5 offense in the nation to 71 points while scoring 50 points in the paint and out-rebounding the Buckeyes 48-27. Maryland continues to drop 2 spots, now at number 9. As I mentioned earlier, the Terps are now 1-4 over ranked opponents after falling to Indiana for the first time in program history. Ashley Owusu scored back-to-back buckets to force overtime, but Maryland was held scoreless in the extra quarter. On a strong note, Diamond Miller played once again after sitting out majority of the season due to an injury. Miller scored 17 points and 4 steals, playing a season high of 31 minutes against the Hoosiers. And to round out my Power 10, goodbye Baylor for now, and hello Tennessee again. Tennessee returns in my rankings after taking down Arkansas 70-63, led by Tamari Key's 17 points and 5 blocks. The future looks bright for the Bulls, returning its lead scorer Ray Burrell on January 2nd after she suffered an injury earlier in the season. Even without its star player, Tennessee has mustered a strong 13-1 record, and its only loss comes against Stanford on December 18th. That will do it for my Power 10 rankings. As conference play is underway, make sure you follow along weekly on NCAA.com and NCAA Women's Basketball Social for more.